Welcome to another episode of Silence is Golden. I'm Simon Kelly.
And I'm Troy Dean.
And today we have an absolutely jam-packed episode for you. And we'll be talking about time tracking tactics. We'll also have a look at some weird things that RMIT are up to when it comes to eating your food. We're also going to take a look at some things that I asked the fine people of Paran about their New Year's resolutions. And we'll be taking a look at a short little interview with Carie Dils about managing your time as a freelancer. Ooh. Stay with us.
Anyone would think this was rehearsed. Hey?
Just so smooth. So
Give me a
smooth.
soundboard and an iPad and an Apple Pencil and I'm dangerous.
Yeah. Very exciting. Yeah. So we're in December. It's a new month.
Holy hell, it's December, hey?
Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a race to the finish line for the year.
Have you been naughty or nice this year, Simon Kelly?
Well, on the air, nice.
On the air, nice.
On the air.
Right.
Yeah, good. Yeah, pretty good.
So is Santa Claus coming for you this Christmas?
Yeah, coming for me.
Excellent.
In a good way or a bad way?
Coming to get ya. Almost the end of the year. It's been an epic year. You still having fun?
Always. Yeah.
Why is this still at 13,100 and something? Why hasn't it gone up to 200? God damn it! Is it broken?
Producing enough useful content.
This
that
thing's
people
broken,
care about,
isn't it? This thing cost me $560 and it's freaking broken.
Can't we just like bump it up?
Sure, we can start a bunch of fake Facebook accounts if you like and just
Perfect.
like it.
I mean, just grab the numbers and flick them up.
It's not Ferris Bueller's Day Off, man. You can't just like
put it
on stilts and put it in reverse and crank the numbers. It doesn't work that way. It's actually connected to our live Facebook page. So please like us on Facebook and make that little number go up. That one right there. I want to see that go up. What's coming up on the show?
Well,
you said that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So
attention.
this month is Sprint.
It is.
And what we have each month, we have a different theme. We have a different theme for the month, and this one is all about closing the loop.
Closing the loop.
Yeah, exactly. And an open loop is something that's like a project that you've got on that you've had it on for a while and you're not finishing it. It just keeps going and it's taking up the mental baggage. So you want to close that thing. How do you close loops? Like other than
close the loop.
That. Yeah. So you wrap it up. You get that project finished.
Yep.
Like what does it take to never have to think about it ever again? Yep. Right? So we have a very special webinar coming out on Friday, Australian time at 8 a.m. with Andrew Pearce and myself. Andrew is Australia's leading experts in the study of human behavior, performance enhancement, and stress prevention. So you can sign up for that at wpelevation.com/learn. Totally free. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, really looking forward to it.
How did you find Andrew?
How did I find Andrew?
Well, how did we find? I think I know Andrew.
I found him in Asana when Ray told me that it's happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I know Andrew. I think he was part of Dale Beaumont's Business Blueprint Network. I think that's where I met him first. There you go. Fantastic.
Very good.
So what was the URL there? wpelevation.com/learn.
Correct.
To sign up for that super free webinar.
Super free, not just
Super
regular
free.
free. Extra
Super free.
medium, super free, awesomely valuable.
Won't cost you a dime.
It's going to be great.
Excellent. Good stuff. Well done.
Yeah, thanks very much.
So what does close the loop mean for you?
It means...
What are you actually going to do?
What am I actually going to do?
Yeah.
So I've been actually working on this really hard over the past couple of months,
I know.
closing loops.
I know.
And it's been pretty stressful, but awesome as well.
Yeah.
Like the initial coming into the extra projects you've got on, extra tasks you've got on, just all this like baggage that you've got in your life basically, it's wrapping them up and getting them done. So I've been like automating bills, I've been getting rid of stupid expenses that are just subscriptions. I'd say like 20 grand the other day on just getting rid of stuff that I don't need anymore.
Jesus.
So it was just getting those things out of my life, like 20 grand per year.
Right.
But it's just getting that stuff out of my life. Closing projects, like my someday maybe list, just get that out of my life.
Yeah.
Do I really need that? And emails, we were talking the other day, just
Someday
like
delete.
There's 500 emails in my list, select all, delete.
Done.
I go back to a certain date though before I do that. So it'd be like, get back like a week or two.
Control all delete. Done.
Gone.
If
So
it's
if you want
important,
to email Troy,
if it's important, they'll email you again. Sorry, Mum. Control all delete.
yeah, exactly.
They'll email you again. Sorry, I missed your 70th. I deleted the email. Whoops.
Yeah.
Control all delete.
That was 10 years ago, Troy.
Yeah, control. My mum's not that old. Control all delete. What else have you been doing to close the loop?
They've been the major ones, like client projects. So there's been a couple of client projects that we've got on that are just actually not a good fit, and that's been a bit of an emotional drain to kind of let them go. But it's basically, if it's not working out for both of us, then it's time to move on. And I've had to let a couple of clients go, which has been sad, but also ultimately better for us both, which is good.
Awesome. Love you to leave a comment near this video and tell us how you're closing the loop, getting all of those all the unfinished business just wrapped up for the year. All of those open loops in your head, get them done.
It's doing the dishes of your business.
That's right. Break up with that dud partner you've been hanging out with for 10 years. Just do it. Just get it over and done with.
Whoa.
Divorce those clients that you don't need anymore. Sell that bloody rust bucket of a car you've been driving around for 5 years. Just do it. Take action, do it, close the loops, clean slate for 2019. That's what December's all about, closing the loop. Any of those kind of half-baked projects you've got in your head, either do them or just delete them.
100%.
Put them in the shit can and flush the drain. Gone.
Exactly.
See you later.
Yep. So what we also have coming up on the show right now is we're going to play a little game. We're going to see what's new, and we're going to have a little guessing game.
What's happening here? By the way, just before we do this, we last week promised that we were going to give away a signed copy of this book by Seth Godin, This Is Marketing, and it is.
For jumping through a few hoops.
Signed by myself and Simon Kelly. That's right. You get a signed copy of someone else's book.
Yep.
We're going to announce the winner of that very soon, so stick around.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we call a cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening here? This is the segment where the entire team spends all week putting together images on the internet, and then I have to basically try and guess. We pretend that he doesn't know what's going on, but he does really. And I have to try and guess what's going on. Oh, well, look at that. Richard Branson is flying Santa Claus around this year.
Did that, Christmas, like, the words you said made sense, but like not in sequence.
Right. Christmas this year is sponsored by Virgin Airlines, is that?
No, unfortunately not. Where are they going?
They are going to...
Where are they? Like, where does that look like to you? They're not on Earth.
They're in outer space.
Yeah.
Right.
What's that in the top left? What's that going on there?
They look like warplanes.
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
No.
No. Top left?
Yeah.
Well, they look like aeroplanes.
Yeah, 100%.
They're aeroplanes.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So, and the top right is another planet. Is that Earth?
No.
Not Earth.
Looks a bit moony.
It's the moon.
Doesn't it? But
it's the moon.
Yeah.
It's the moon. It does look like the moon with a Christmas tree on it.
Yeah. All right. Connected in a headline.
Richard Branson is... Richard Branson is going to try and spend Christmas Day on the moon.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, but that's wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, he gave a green light anyway.
He gave a green light. Is it right or wrong, kids?
Sure. Yeah.
Is it right or wrong? What's the headline?
Wrong. So Richard Branson claims that they will get Virgin Galactic into space by Christmas.
Oh, there we go.
So they're on the verge of a major achievement. They'll send astronauts into space by Christmas. In 2007, he said they would take people into space, but they had some pretty significant setbacks in the last, 12 years. So he will be the first commercial passenger. That's not going to be before Christmas. They want to send some other people up there first, I guess.
Some other guinea pigs.
He's going to be the first commercial passenger.
Why aren't Richard and Elon just collaborating?
I know. And do you know Jeff, old mate Jeff Bezos?
Jeff Bezos,
yeah,
old
he's
mate
been
Jeff.
doing it.
Yeah, I know. Why don't they just get together and form the supergroup like Cream?
We've got to race.
In the 70s.
We've got to race each other.
Eric Clapton.
And he's gone, bring him back. All right, so there you go. There's the news. Pretty exciting.
There we go.
Did you read The Virgin Way by Richard Branson, the book?
No, I read Screw It, Let's Do It.
Yeah, it's good.
I haven't read The Virgin Way though.
Yeah, nice. Screw it. Let's do it. Yeah. Awesome. What's next?
Way. Auto Feeder 3000.
More.
That is
more.
Homer Simpson.
I know this one.
Strapped in to the Auto Feeder 3000, being force-fed donuts by a blue monster.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, and this, like, if you get this, a university is doing something and it's related to this. So just have a stab at a headline.
How would I know that? Where's the university clue here? I mean, the blue monster should be a professor.
He is.
With a Harvard jacket on or something.
He is a professor. Headline?
No idea. I've got nothing. A university is force feeding Homer Simpson donuts to see what happens?
No.
Homer Simpson's a fictional character. You can't force feed. I'm none from 2.
There you go.
What's happening?
Cool. So instead of telling you what's happening, I'm just going to show you.
Oh.
There is an increasing trend in human-computer interaction that concerns the intersection between technology and food. However, so far, most of it is focused on the preparation or presentation of food, but not so much on the actual eating process. To explore this, we have created Armodyne. Armodyne is a social augmented eating system consisting of wearable robotic arms behaving as our third arm that is controlled by the affective responses of the eating partner in the following way. If the third arm senses positive facial expressions of the co-diner, it feeds the food to the co-diner. If the third arm senses negative facial expressions of the co-diner, then it feeds the food to the diner. If the third arm does not sense either positive or negative facial expression, then it makes an ambiguous movement in the air, leaving the diners to guess its movement. It then makes an undecided decision, either feeding to the diner or to the co-diner, allowing them to eat in a playful and social manner.
It's a nice change from just sitting down and shoving food in your face. Like normally we just look at our mobile phones and maybe talk a little bit, but this one was kind of full interaction with the person.
I think it's especially suitable for like party games. I think it will help to make new friends.
We hope that our work inspires new ways of augmenting eating processes, ultimately contributing to our understanding of human-food interaction.
Listen, there's only one use for an augmented eating experience with a robotic arm, and that is to feed people who are physically unable to feed themselves.
That's right.
This is not about party games or making new friends
reality.
or eating dinner without looking at your frickin' mobile phone, you morons. This is about helping people who can't feed themselves. Clearly, if my taxpayer money is going into universities to fund this kind of research, I don't want a bunch of
I'm not paying taxes.
millennial frickin' iPhone addicted morons sitting around with robotic arms when they've got 2 arms they can use themselves. I want this research to go into feeding people who can't feed themselves, and they didn't even mention that.
No, not at all.
Jesus
not even like
Christ.
it's a possibility that could happen. Yeah. I reckon what'll happen is it'll help people pick up their phones so that they can do other things with their hands.
Right.
Yeah. So just like put that in front of my face while I
So I'm in the back of a driverless Uber. I'm on my phone and my computer working, and a robotic arm is just letting me drink my Starbucks at the same time.
Just smashing Heineken stubbies into your face.
Far out.
Fantastic. The future is here, and I'm not too happy about it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, what kind of future do you want to build in your life? Like, this is the time of year a lot of people build New Year's resolutions. Actually, it's usually a bit later than this. Oh. But I went into the streets and I talked to a few people, the fine people of Prahran and Windsor, and I asked them in What's Happening. No, Word on the Street. Yeah, let's take a look. Word on the Street. I am super slick, street stealth Simon. Hey, I'm somewhat stealthy Simon, and we're hitting the streets today to find out what people think about their New Year's resolutions. Dun, dun, dun. So, do you have a New Year's resolution?
Nah, man, I don't believe in them.
So, do you have a New Year's resolution?
Still working on that one for next year.
Probably, yeah. At the moment, I'm trying to come up with a research proposal to do some postgraduate research.
If you were to go back to the beginning of this year, what would be one tip that you would have given yourself?
Pull your finger out. And probably get a little bit more fitter.
Get back into the gym now rather than like at the start of summer. Yeah.
Travel, exploring, more weekend adventures, activities, anything to get out of the house.
If you were to travel back to the beginning of this year and give yourself one tip, what would it be?
Be a little bit more organised, I think, yeah.
So travel 12 months into the future and you look back and it was awesome. What happened?
Made my first $1 million.
You're traveling forward 1 year and you're looking back and going, that was awesome. What happened?
I actually went back to Europe, went to Glastonbury Festival, did more travelling, won the lotto, quit my job.
Street savvy, sneaky, sticky.
Street savvy, sticky, sneaky, super stealthy Simon. Fantastic. Hey, leave a comment under this video and tell us what your New Year's resolution is. Would love to hear what your plans are so that by the end of February we can laugh at you and make a mockery because you've done nothing moving in that direction. Yeah. Hey, I'm very excited because your New Year's resolution should be to come to Los Angeles, California in February, the middle of February. I believe the date is February 16. You should be heading to Los Angeles, California. The venue is to be announced, but I can tell you it will be somewhere around the Newport Beach area in Los Angeles, California. Simon Kelly and myself will be there hosting a live event in the flesh. And I do believe we have some a bit of a teaser here to show you what our live events might look like.
There's this little thing called WP Elevation, and they have this blueprint. It was amazing.
Everybody here is so friendly. You can learn so much from all the different tracks. It's a wonderful environment.
Depending on where you are in your business, you'll benefit from both. There's the programmer side and the business owner side.
It's been so incredible. Really can't help but be kind of a letdown when we get home.
Took a little bit of poetic license there by splicing in a couple of testimonials from WordCamp, but let's just be clear, the Digital Mavericks WP Elevation co-branded, co-sponsored event in February is perfect if you are in the WordPress consulting space and you want to accelerate your results online by getting better clients, working on better projects, putting your fees up, managing scope creep, productizing what it is you do into a product, creating recurring revenue, all of those challenges that we have. If you want to come and hang out with other like-minded people and spend a full day masterminding with myself and Simon, February 16, 2019 is when it will happen. The venue is to be decided, to be confirmed. It's a secret squirrel venue. We're not going to tell you where it is just yet. But it will be in around the Newport Beach area. So leave a comment under this video with the word live and we will endeavour to reach out to you and get you the details. So leave a comment with the word live near this video and we'll get you the details for that event. February 16, 2019 in the Newport Beach area in California, just a little south of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be very, very exciting indeed.
Yeah.
Of course, we have the Mavericks Club event which is preceding that. Our 3-day deep dive mastermind for our Mavericks Club members. And then that's February 13 to 15. And then February 16, we're having our public event for you guys who are not in Mavericks Club. So leave a comment with the word live near this video and we'll get you all the details.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. I can't wait. There's so many things that we share at these events. We did like lead gen masterclass, recurring revenue masterclass last time, WP Elevation Blueprint implementation. It was awesome. So if you're a freelancer, if you are running an agency, if you want to really grow your business, then this is definitely an event not to be missed. Now, when it comes to freelancing, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of tips, a lot of things to share that help you grow your business, and one of those is tracking your time. Now, one of our favorite freelancers, Carie Dils, was interviewed by Jin McEnany on the podcast, episode 115, I believe, not 151. I was getting confused yesterday. And Carie shares with us a bit of a gold nugget for this week.
Time to dig into the gold nugget.
One of the first ones we were talking about was managing time. How have you found that over the years?
Oh my gosh, that's like the hardest one to wrangle, right? Because you can get distracted so easily. Go check out what's happening on Facebook or Twitter or whatnot. And when you're working for yourself and you don't have, a boss or these hard deadlines or people helping keep you on track or forcing you to keep on track, it's quite easy to become distracted. But when your time equals the money that you're making, I found that to be extremely motivating to stay on top of things. But I think probably the number one thing to managing time is tracking it. So know where your time is actually going. Some days I feel like I have worked really hard and maybe it was a 10 or 12 hour day standing in front of my computer. But when I go back and actually look at what I accomplished, it's very little. And there's an app. It's a free app, and it just runs in the background on your computer. It's called Rescue Time. and you can configure it, based on which apps on your machine are work related and which are not work related. And you can say, okay, my work hours are 8 to 5 or whatnot, and it'll track during that time exactly how much time you're spending in what app. And then each week you get you get a summary of that. So it can say, I'm a developer, so I spent 20 hours in my code editor. I spent 3% of my time on social media apps, or whatever it is. But it gives you, it's brutally honest, and there's no hiding. But using that for a couple of weeks to kind of see where your time is actually going, I found to be tremendously helpful in keeping me on track.
That was very exciting, wasn't it? Yeah. That's like tracking your time. Like what gets measured gets managed, right?
Carie Dils is a lot taller in real life.
Yeah.
I
heard. I've never
in fact,
met her
it's
before.
in her Twitter bio, taller in real life. And I met her.
Really?
It is. I met her
awesome.
at WordCamp Miami. I met her for the first time. Actually, I met her at a GoDaddy party.
Wow.
At where was that? I think that was WordCamp US. I met her at the GoDaddy party, and I was like, "Holy shit! Hi, Carie. How you doing?" She is taller in real life.
Wow.
We love a bit of Carie Dils and Rescue Time. I've been using that for a long time. It's a fabulous app. Check it out. Just Google Rescue Time, install it on your Mac, and get super accountable about where you're spending your time.
Yeah.
My dog's just going crazy here behind us.
It's going to hear in the background.
Yeah. I do believe that you have another little... This is all about closing the loop, by the way. It's all about getting your house in order so you can work out what it is you should be working on and just getting rid of everything else.
Yeah.
Rescue Time is going to help you do that.
I think one of the first steps is seeing all the open loops. Like,
that's right.
Otherwise, you just have... It's like when the massive garbage problem that we have in Australia. It's like garbage and recycling is out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So if you're tracking your time, you can see the mess that's happening so you know what to clean up.
Yeah.
So you're tracking things and you're like, wow, this is really a problem. Like, this isn't working well. When you can visualize it, it's even better. And there is actually a tool that helps you visualize your time.
Ooh.
Get ready for Tool of the Week.
Can I just say,
You can.
before we get into Tool of the Week, this show's live, by the way, right? We're doing this live right
they
now.
didn't know until now.
No post-production here, so all the bumpers that you're seeing here, the video footage of our live events, the video edit from the podcast, that's all been pre-prepared earlier, but we're actually doing this live, and Max Jeffcott in the producer's booth here is just absolutely nailing it with help from his assistant, Ben Skeepers, who, there we go, there's Max and Ben in the booth. Look at that, fantastic, isn't it? And actually, just go back to that shot again, will you, Max, for a second, and see if you can see me in the background. I just wanted to see if you could. It's live. See, wanted to just show you kids this is live television. They're doing a fantastic job.
One for the kids.
There we go. There's one for the kids. All right. What is this app you've got going here on the phone?
Well, how about we just show you?
Oh, here we go.
All right. In this video, what I want to do is show you this app that I'm really enjoying at the moment. This week's tool of the week, which is called Lifecycle. Now, what Lifecycle does is it automatically tracks, in a kind of creepy way, your location and activities. But I think it's awesome and not too creepy. And it'll show you in this, like you can see this like pie chart here that shows your activities by certain category. So you can see last week I was asleep for 42 hours, worked for 59, at home for 19, 5 hours of walking, 2 hours on a plane. It also breaks it down into like a journal style. So like this was the first time you spent on a flight. If you allow it, it'll also add in your camera roll as well. So it will say, it'll add in this photo that I took on the ferry on a bit of a stormy day on the way from Sydney to Manly. It also puts a nice little graph for a weekly everyday balance as well. So this one is I was at home less than usual. This one is that I slept slightly less than usual, but it puts it on a graph. It's pretty nice the way it puts it all together. As the more you use it, the more data it builds up, and then you can compare like weeks against each other and have interesting little notes about each one, such as I got my haircut, very exciting, and previous week, I believe I visited grandma at some point. There we go. Visit grandma. Nice. And then I could put on a monthly chart as well, because I've been using it for just over a month now, and I could see it all together in one place. Now it's really easy to categorize. It takes hardly any time to set it up. It does, if you want to make it super accurate and perfect, you usually need to break down, if you do a bit of work from home, you usually need to go in and like change your home time and work time in the same location, because it doesn't do a very good job of knowing if you're working or if you're not, because it's pretty much location based, but you can pretty easily quickly go in and make those kinds of edits. So yeah, this app is called Life Cycle. It also connects to another app called Sleep Cycle for sleep tracking, which is pretty awesome. But I think it's really good. It's just giving me quite a high level breakdown of what I'm doing with my life, such as not leaving the house for 2 days, which is not ideal monthly balance. So that's this week's tool of the week.
It to things like Uber Eats. So it says you have not left the house for 4 days and your Uber Eats spend is over $150 this week. Yeah. And a big alarm goes off and says, get out of the house.
Not a good sign. Haven't left the house for 2 days.
Where's the, why don't I have an alarm, you know?
That's your alarm.
Time
to get up!
Can you say, if I'm in this room in the house, I'm working. If I'm in this room in the house, I'm...
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
You know...
Yeah.
Sleeping. If I'm in this room in the house, I'm relaxing. If I'm in this room in the house, I'm with the ladies.
The ladies? Yeah, just like... open the locks. It's like... Keep it down! The ladies' room. You don't have one?
Oh, it's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, cool, me neither.
Yeah.
What have you been working on today? You had you've been doing a bit of a new.
Are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? We do it. We're going to announce the winner of this book very soon. It's another cliffhanger. Yeah. We have signed this book.
We're on the edge of the cliff.
Seth has not given us permission, but we have defaced his book with our signatures, and we're going to send it to someone very shortly. And I can tell you the winner's name starts with an S. You'll have to stick around for a couple of minutes to see who that is. I've been working on webinar slides because we're putting together a brand new webinar for people to learn, for our listeners here and our viewers here to learn how to run a successful WordPress consulting business. And I do believe Max has put together a little promo video for us. Hey gang, Troy Dean here from WP Elevation, and welcome to this free online training workshop where we're going to help you learn how to grow and scale your WordPress consulting business so that you can start attracting better clients, work on better projects, get paid better fees for the work that you're already doing, get some more recurring revenue into your business, maybe grow a team if that's what you want to do, and turn your passion for building WordPress websites and doing all things digital marketing into a sustainable and profitable business. Woohoo! That's right. wplinks.io/webinar is the link you go to sign up for that completely free training webinar to help you turn your WordPress skills and passion into a profitable business.
Awesome. Sounds great, mate. Let's get into competition time.
Competition time. Was that just a little trailer you put together right there? A little bumper,
I put that together earlier,
Competition time. So is that what we do this bit here?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is Marketing by Seth Godin. This is a book called This is Marketing by Seth Godin. And we last week said that we would give this away to someone who left a comment on who went and watched the podcast episode and then left a comment on the Silence is Golden.
Yeah, and then jumped through a ring
Why
of
don't we
fire,
make it
drove
even
to McDonald's.
harder for you to enter our competitions?
Hey, we had some competition.
Competition window is open between 4 and 5 p.m. Tuesday Eastern Standard Time. So anyway, someone followed the instructions, a few people followed the instructions, and then Simon put those entries through a random number generator, also looks like this, and pointed to a comment on the post, and he picked a winner. And that winner is, are you ready for it? Susan Bailey Weaver.
Woo!
There we go. Susan Bailey Weaver, who I have met in real life, and she has legs, and they work. And there we go. That is your prize, Susan. This is Marketing by Seth Godin. We've signed this. I'll show you. Here we go. We've scribbled in the book, otherwise known as our signatures. We have scribbled in the book, signed by myself and Simon Smelly Kelly. And sorry, that was supposed to be an internal joke, wasn't it? And we're going to send that to you in the mail, and you'll get that. We've got your address because we know where you live. Creepy. And we're going to send this to you in the post. Enjoy the book, Susan, and thank you for participating in the competition. I can't read that comment, but
no, not at all. That's fine, but you can just trust that it's Susan Bailey Weaver's comment right there.
Awesome. Thanks for being a part of it.
Look at that.
That's it. We're half hour. We are done. This is a 30-minute show. We are done. Good work, Cobber. Well done.
Yeah.
Eh?
So next week we do have something really exciting, and for the rest of the year we've got some best of, some specials that we're really excited to show you. Some of the stuff, the journey that has been Silence is Golden. I was watching a couple of the early episodes, and
Lord,
it's
what'd you do that for?
oh my God, it's painful.
I was watching a recent behind-the-scenes video where we didn't even have the booth, and Max was just there in the corner behind, like the desk.
The cupboard.
In the cupboard, yeah. We've come a long way, and we are going further. The wall comes down on the 15th of December. We are taking over the room next door. And building some new sets and putting on some new shows, apparently. So yeah,
Apparently.
I know. Someone's going
It's
to
on my
do that.
to-do list. I guess I have to make it
So
happen.
thanks for being a part of it. Come back next week because we will be here. We're going to be bringing you over the summer break. It's summer here in Australia. Over the summer break, we'll be bringing you some best ofs and some recapping and stuff. So come back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Of course, like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Just go to wpelevation.com/YouTube or /Facebook to get to those social assets there. And share this with your friends and anyone who you think might be interested or might benefit from it. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, I'm Troy Dean.
I'm Simon Kelly, and remember, knowledge is power.
And silence is golden.